What a week to be a Spurs fan. That was an unbelievable result. What a week we've had since that Crystal Palace game where we were absolutely diabolical, horrendous and deserved to lose. We've come back with a bang. We've beaten Manchester City, the champions, in the Carabao Cup to go through to the next round. And now we've absolutely smacked Aston Villa. And I don't care what people say, Aston Villa this and that. They're one of the best teams in the country. They are, deservedly where they were in the table last year. They finished top four. They're at the top of the Champions League table this season. They've not lost a game. They've not conceded a goal in the Champions League. Unai Emery could actually be the second best manager in the league based on what he's won and he's passed after Pep Guardiola. I mean, let me know what you think of that in the comments down below. But forget all of that, because we've absolutely handed them their backsides. They were absolutely slaughtered by Spurs today, smashed up in a second half performance which, as the Spurs fans were just saying during the game, are you West Ham in disguise? If you're claret and blue and you come into the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this season, be warned. But before I go any further, if you are new to the channel and you want to see more of this, get down below, like the video, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and let me know as well in the comments down below. What did you make of that game? What do you make of Ange Postecoglou's decisions to take Son off? And what do you make of Dominic Solanke? All of the points we're going to be talking about today. And definitely hit that subscribe button, because I'm going to be doing a deep dive into Dominic Solanke tomorrow. And it's going to be such a good little video, I can tell you that for free. But getting back to the game. I thought we started off well. We just didn't have the potency in front of goal. And you knew what was going to happen. Like Villa, I went to actually this fixture last year and it felt very similar in the sense of, we had all the chances, we had all the ball. We actually went 1-0 up in that fixture last year. And then Villa hit us with, I think, a set piece. And then I think Ollie Watkins scored as well. But, wasn't easy to break down that Villa side, was it? It was sort of, they were defending really well, but they were giving it away. We had chances, sort of pop shots from Bentancur. Sarr, after scoring against City, thought he could hit every long-range ball, but it didn't really work out that way. But we then obviously went 1-0 down because it was just... The thing is, you knew people were going to hit us with that stick of set pieces, and our set pieces actually have not been as bad as people think. That's our second one conceded this season. The other was against Arsenal, and it was just poor defending, I thought. Vicario flapping it a little bit, and just no one picking up Morgan Rodgers, who tapped it home. But after that, it sort of it energised us. They put a stat on screen about half the games at home this year in 2024, we've gone, 14 games I think we've conceded first, and we've gone on to win 7. So it's almost like sometimes we need to kick up the backside to wake us up. And the same happened with Ange at half time. He must have put a right rocket up Spurs' backside. I keep saying backside. But we come out in the second half, 49th minute, Brennan Johnson makes it 1-1, and we needed that goal to bounce back, really, because the way I sort of saw it was that Villa weren't amazing. Everyone else talking to you today, they weren't good. They didn't deserve to win anything from that game, even a draw. We were battering them. Even the stats, 16 shots, 6 on target, 52% possession, which is actually quite low for us in terms of possession. But Villa, 12 shots, 1 on target, and that was the goal. So it goes to show that they came, they had a game plan, and if you think about the last time we played Villa, when we went there and beat them 4-0 at Villa Park, Emery sort of changed his tactics to see if he could outwit us, and it failed. And today you could see he was thinking, I've got to go there, defend the lead and see what happens. And we absolutely smoked them. It was a smoke show in N17 today. But the man of the hour, the man, the myth, the legend, Dominic Solanke. What a game he had. Actually, before I get on to Solanke, Son obviously put the ball in for Brennan Johnson, didn't he? And he got subbed off and he had a reaction. But that was a bold move by Ange Postecoglou to sub him off and bring on Richarlison, put him out on the wing instead. But I guess Son, he's not played too much football. I understand the decision, but Son was quite animated about it, which was, I wasn't surprised about his reaction. But going back to Solanke, as I say, I'm going to do a bit of a deep dive on this tomorrow. But he's proving a lot of people wrong. He's proving a lot of people wrong. Because even in this game, in the lead-up, people were saying to me, how many goals has Solanke scored? People don't actually know how good Solanke's been. It's his off-the-ball work as much as his, his talent and link-up play. He's just very effective for Spurs in all sorts of realms of the pitch. And I just feel like both the goals, the ball from Kulusevski, magic on a plate, and the way he chips over Emi Martinez. And we've got to think about Emi Martinez, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, supposedly, won the Lev Yashin Award at the Ballon d'Or. So to do that, the audacity to do that was really, really good. And then his second of the game, which was, sort of put the game to bed and really blew the doors off Villa, was just a really good cross. He scored that goal so many times last year for Bournemouth, between the sticks. Richarlison, really hard-driven cross across the area, and Solanke taps it home. If we feed Solanke, he will score goals. That's just how it is. He's already doubled his goal tally this season, I believe. So, really, really effective. And then the cherry on top of the icing, on top of the cake, James Maddison scores a free kick. And I actually was thinking, and it's weird how your mind goes to things during games, but we haven't scored. I thought about our set pieces because we're not really good at corners, at taking them and attacking them. And free kicks, I thought we haven't scored one for ages. And then he puts it in the top bins. Emi Martinez, questionable from that side of things. But just a really, really good all-round performance. After, as I say, said it in the intro, after the week we had Palace, we've bounced back and we've got a big week ahead because we've got Galatasaray, obviously, in the Europa League. Sorry, I had Champions League in my head because I kept saying that about Villa. Europa League. And that's not going to be easy. They're a really strong team, got some good players, intense atmosphere as well. So that's going to be of vital importance. And then obviously we've got Ipswich next week at home. So hopefully we can batter them as well. But looking at different individuals in the team, I thought, Vicario didn't have much to do apart from obviously the goal. And then Romero injury, hopefully that's not too serious because we had Dragusin and Ben Davies. But I thought Ben Davies came on and controlled the game quite well. Dragusin I liked. I think, he's showing his strong versatility. Udogie and Poro were much better. Bentancur was crunching into tackles, especially on Matty Cash. Sarr, thought he had a really good game. I think he is, really putting his stake down to start a lot. Kulusevski, I don't want to say he was quiet, but he, got the ball for the assist. But, it was sort of, there was moments where the final ball today was sometimes failing early on. But as the game went on, we really, really tired them out and put them to the sword. Johnson, I thought, was a lot better. And Son, I thought, looked okay in the first half, but the assist was really, really good, showed his quality. So, very, very happy. I thought Basuma came on and controlled the game quite well as well. Just overall, a very, very good game for Spurs. And sort of, again, I say this a lot, proving a lot of haters wrong. I feel like people just act that, I can tell people who don't watch Tottenham to who do watch Tottenham based on just the way they talk about us. Even like, Arsenal, I think, have conceded the same amount of goals as us this season. I saw it, I think, from yesterday's game. And it goes to show that people just have this criticism of us. And, I know what people say, we can't blast away teams like this every week. But this is a strong Villa team. We can't, forget that. And people, like different Spurs channels, different creators, always say, can Tottenham do it against good teams? We've done it against a good team. People said West Ham are rubbish, Man United are rubbish. Villa are a strong team, and we've gone out there and we've shown them who's the boss. And Postecoglou outwitted Unai Emery, and he got the result. He got the 3 points. That shoots us up the table, back where we belong. I think we're going to have a strong season now. It just took a bit of time for clicking and changing around different personnel in the team. I have not lost faith in this manager, and I've not lost faith in this football. It is so entertaining. It is so good. And those little bits of defensive, mishaps, they're getting slowly ironed out, I believe. Set pieces, today wasn't good, but it's only our second of the season that we've conceded. I think, they can be sorted out. I'm not too concerned about that, especially because the way Villa play, they're so dirty, and the fouls and John McGinn and stuff like that, you could tell what they were trying to do, and a few times they tried to do it again, and it just didn't work. So I'm very happy. I hope you are too. As I said, let me know in the comments down below, what did you make of that game? Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I just want to know all your thoughts. And leave a like on the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, especially because of this Dominic Solanke video I am going to make. And also go back and watch my Roy Keane and Gary Neville video, because that will be even more of an interesting watch after that game especially. But until tomorrow, I'll see you guys then. Ciao.